Hey, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Stay tuned to find out why you should stay. I guess I should start by telling you my name. So I go by Nisi, but my channel is called the Ebony Traveler. So Nisi, the Ebony Traveler. I also have a blog under the name of the Ebony Traveler, which I will link somewhere, somehow, someway. I am a teacher here in Daegu, South Korea. So that's the reason for this YouTube channel. I want to educate, I want to inspire, I want to entertain. Like, I just want to make you guys feel like you are here with me. I know when I was coming here, it was kind of hard to find certain information, especially being a black woman here in South Korea. It is hard out here for a pimp. People take a lot of things into account. Like, Korean people, their hair is straight. It is straight. They don't, it's straight, they might color it, but you know, there's not much care, there's not as much hair care involved for them as there is for someone of color with big, curly, wonderful, kinky hair. Like, I'm telling you, the struggle. If it's not the weather disagreeing with your hair, it's the water. If it's not the water, it's the people. It's somebody or something is just like nah to your hair. So the natural hair struggle is one that I will definitely discuss, but there's so many other things to take into account, like being able to find makeup, who's gonna do your hair, let's say you want a protective style, back to the hair again, and all that jazz. So anyways, it is definitely something else, because before I came here, one of my concerns, and this is not a main concern, and please do not be like me and be wondering stuff like this, I was like, where am I gonna turn up? Because I like to get my turn up on. I'm like typing it in, and they're just, I was under the impression that this was a one-horse town and like there was nothing to do. Nah. I know that like when people are searching up, like coming to South Korea as a black person, you're just like, are there other black people? Like, where will I go to do this? Where will I go to do that? That's pretty much what I want the channel to be about. Just a little bit about me, where I am from. I am Canadian, which is definitely entertaining here. I am Canadian. Not only am I Canadian, I am from Toronto. I will pause here for whichever Drake reference pops into your mind. Just get it out of your system. The six. Oh, what are the views like from the six? Like, sir, ma'am, child. Like, come on, let's not do this. Can I get a one dance? Sir, can you get a what? Can you get a what? Everybody does it to me. It's just like Rain and Drake here, Rain and Drake there. Like, we have a lot of people in Toronto. It's not just Drake. We have the Tory Lanes. We have The Weeknd. We have Party Next Door. But for some reason, every time I say I'm from Toronto, somebody pops out with a Drake joke. They are just dropping lines. I could go for days and days about things that people say to me whenever I say I'm from Toronto. It's like Drake City out there in the streets. Like, I love me some Drake, but you know, we have other artists. We definitely do. Anyway, so I'm from Toronto. However, my background, or of course this would slip my mind now. I want to say my heritage, but I feel like that sounds like so pioneering. I'm gonna say my background. So hopefully you guys understand what I mean. But anyways, my background is Jamaican. Run the track! Run the track! Run the track! Run the track!
Are we still a win? Whoa, are we still a win? We still a win. We still a win. Are we still a win?
Then being of Caribbean descent out in these Korean streets, without my ackee and saltfish, without my oxtail, without my curry goat, without my food, is already difficult in itself. But I am Jamaican and I do have my flag. guess I can just go into kind of like why I'm here, or kind of like my story, because I know that's something that a lot of people tend to tell. So anyways, my story is that I had graduated from university. So I did my 4-year undergrad at York U, trash school, the end. Anyways, so pretty much I had graduated, and I'm a person who doesn't like to stay still. So I always need to be doing something. I always need to be, I probably have the attention span of a squirrel. If that's a thing, like I'm just like pretty much I had a job, and it was whatever. Like I was working at a collection agency, and then I hate bothering people for money. And I know they owe the money, but I hate doing it. I hated when I used to work at Walmart and they used to make us do rewards MasterCards. Hated that too. So bottom line is I hate pestering people, because I just feel like if they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it. So he's had this job with collection agency, and then like I moved to another department, so I was a little happier there. So I was a little more happy there, and it was whatever. Like to me, it was just kind of like repetitive. And I had been speaking to like a couple of friends, and they had kind of brought up the fact that they had just come back from teaching in South Korea, so they had both done a year. And it was so funny because I had met them in the same year, but they didn't know each other, so it was like really odd and out there. But anyways, I guess it's kind of like a sign. Like I met two people who had done the exact same thing, didn't know anything about each other and whatnot. And so I just decided, you know what, I don't know, one of them had just given me this push, like you should really do it, like try it out, whatever. And I honestly thought it was gonna be really hard, because you think teaching in South Korea, you're halfway across the world, must be really difficult. It is a tedious process. However, it is not difficult to start the process. I had to really take into perspective the disadvantages according to Koreans. I was a person of color, so I'm black. Not their ideal teacher. Apparently we're on the come up, but we're not quite there yet. And then on top of that, like I didn't have the TEFL. I didn't have any prior teaching experience. So after a while, I had to come to terms with reality that, yeah, I do have to go and I do have to pay XYZ amount of dollars for this certificate. So I ended up having to pay the money for it. In the long run, like it ends up balancing out, and it ends up being worth it. You're halfway across the world. You get to travel. You get to see all types. You get to meet all types of people. You get to see all types of things. You get to go to all types of places. Traveling within Asia is so inexpensive. It's crazy. So yeah, so basically like it's worth it in the long run. So don't be like me and be lazy and like I'm not going to do it for XYZ amount of time and then like whatever. Just like that, it was easier to get a job. And I actually did it through a recruiting agency, Reach to Teach, which I would recommend to anyone who is trying to come and teach abroad. They were really good and they were extremely helpful, and they were just there every step of the way. But I will tell you the process is expensive and it's long. Pretty much, I guess the long and short of it is I graduated. I don't like sitting in one spot for a very long time, and I just wanted to get out there and experience the world and just, yeah, do my thing, you know? Spread my black girl magic all over the place. But I think that's pretty much it for me, I think. But I do want to thank you for watching, and hopefully you will like this and subscribe. Though I know it's a little flat, it's not much to work off of, but I promise in the future my videos will be 10 times more entertaining and informative. So I hope to really inspire someone to come abroad. I think it's an amazing experience, and as long as you have the tools, you should definitely take advantage of it. So I guess that's it for now. Peace and love and annyeong.